Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day, it's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the After the Show podcast. Got a lot of stuff that you sent us that you'd like to have discussed today. Appreciate all your thoughts, your topics.
Guys, notice something.
Good stuff. Yeah.
You don't do the After the Show podcast anymore, do you?
No, it's kind of the song. It's kind of redundant, you know. We didn't have that before, so I would intro it as the podcast. But now when it says podcast, if I come on and be like, it's the podcast, be like, yeah, we know.
We just heard that.
We just said that.
You explained it. It makes sense, baby.
Yeah.
I wonder why things are the way they are.
That's it, to keep away from the redundancy. I just skip it now most of the time. I want to say thank you very much. Somebody heard me talking about the Carrabba's amazing dipping oil they have, and somebody sent me the recipe on that. It's got crushed red pepper flakes, black pepper, dried oregano, rosemary, basil, parsley, garlic powder, and minced garlic clove with a little bit of salt. So it's a little bit of a tablespoon of everything except for the salt. That's 1 teaspoon.
That reminds me, that's good to know, by the way. That reminds me, people have been hitting me up, Virginia. Are you allowed to put up the Breakers key lime pie recipe?
Yes.
Because people want to know what that is, if you really have the exact measurements and all that.
I do. I have it on a piece of paper in my treasured cookbook in my kitchen.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, key lime pie is one of those pies that I never eat, but I really do love it.
I'll take a picture of the recipe and post it. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people love them recipes. It's a big deal.
People do that, and I think there's a good-sized population that likes to watch people prepare food and talk about what they're eating.
Yes.
As long as you can do it with a little flair and style and keep their interest, I think that's such a big market.
I love those little quick cooking videos you showed me.
Yeah.
Where they make like something amazing in like 2 minutes.
It's very fun.
It's got to be a nice sense of accomplishment when you make something that's amazing and then you feed it to people and they absolutely love it. You got to be like, that's awesome.
And it looks good and it's creative. Yeah. I love the whole culinary world.
It's a win.
I got me a pan. I'm cooking burgers and shit now. I'm kind of in it.
Look at you, Chef Bird.
Yeah.
Okay. Project here for Denny's, too. Some instructions. His are a little bit different. It's not about making the Carrabba's oil mix, but it looks like it's hydroponic design. So that looks very high-tech and fancy. We'll give that to Denny's over there.
Wow.
Looks like if you want to set up an indoor garden. Not
Who
sure what
did
you
that?
need to grow indoors, but this is from Kevin Y.
Kevin Y loves weed. You can tell that guy
That's
loves
impressive.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got everything you need in there.
That'd take a minute or two to do that, right?
It's beautiful.
Yep.
It's great rendering.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
can't see
design.
it, if you're not watching it, this is it's like a blueprint that he hand drew.
Oh, yeah. It's got all the piping, everything you need. I mean, down to the exact dimensions. Very impressive there. So thank you. Kevin came out to Due South on Friday to see us. And
Okay.
make sure we pass that on to Denny's. He wants a little project. I know he
Nice.
loves gardening. So,
Trying to remember who he was. Was he the guy with the whiskey?
I don't know.
Okay. Just trying to get it
He was the
back.
guy with the directions for hydroponics.
Yeah, I can't. I'm very impressed with his design.
He's got an artist pencil, too, over there. That guy's good at drawing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. He is definitely skilled. Kristen wanted to let you know, Jay Bird, that walking in one of those water bubbles that we talked about in yesterday's show, you can get one for only $150 on eBay. It's not $500.
They've gone down then.
Yeah, not $500 anymore. Just be careful because you only have 30 minutes of air inside them before you need to change it. It also comes with the blower. Always be sure you have a tether on it so the person can't get away from you. You can't unzip it from the inside, so someone can be seriously injured or die of suffocation.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
love mine. I have an awesome time with it at parties.
Death by bubble.
So, do you think that would be worth to get for the show? If not, I'm going to hold off on the bubbles because I'm knee deep in some geese and gongs right now.
Yeah, do that first. I mean, you can put this on the goofy wish list.
The gi is not cheap. For the one that we want, the Cobra Kai gi that's going to fit Kevin, his muscular ass, it's going to be $100.
Oh, wow.
Only
okay.
the best for your ass, Kev.
Oh,
those precious buns.
Yeah.
We got our cat suit. That came in the mail, too.
The shit
Oh, yeah,
we
show
get.
that off. That's amazing.
Our
yeah.
suit for Suits' cat. Suits! It's it's like a cat tuxedo.
It kind of looks like it's a Puritan or a pilgrim's outfit.
Oh, this cat is going to look sweet in this outfit.
Yeah, okay. So if Suits is wearing a suit and so is his cat, and he goes out in public with that, is that...
Yeah, it is.
Hot.
It works.
Sexy.
It works on the right woman.
Effable.
There you go. I put it on Kvj TV. The
You
cat
have
suit.
to wear black and white also, if you can.
I will. We'll make it nice, matching, and sexy.
I love it.
I'm sure the cat is going to be thrilled when I try to put this on her.
Is that like a one-size-fits-all kind of thing? Or
We got a large. Because I'd rather it be too big than too tight.
Is there a bow tie?
There is. It's on the ass.
Yes, it's over here, as you can see.
Okay.
So that's just going to look interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how I'm going to get this on her. She won't wear a collar, that cat, so this should be fun.
To answer your question, yeah, with the right kind of, I think, the right attitude.
Catitude.
Yeah, the right catitude with the tuxedo and the cat and the whole thing matching. I think that absolutely could work if done right.
Has your cat ever gone out on public? Will the cat let you put it on a leash?
No, she hates being outside.
It's old AF, right?
Oh yeah, she's real old. She's I've had her since I was 7 years old, so that cat's been through a lot.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. We don't know if I want to put a tuxedo on that thing. We don't know if it's going to.
I think she'll be all right.
Is she going to make it to the photo shoot?
I don't know.
Should we get a stand-in cat?
I think she'll be okay. She's just going to be real pissed at me for a little bit.
Get Rufus. Rufus is a diva, though. I don't like working with Rufus, the talking cat.
I think Cashmere would be easier than Rufus because I think Rufus would just attack me doing that.
Oh, okay.
Rufus-
Cashmere's the name of your cat?
Yeah, Cashmere.
Okay. Somebody's asking, when is the Suits cooking video coming out?
So my computer broke that I'm working on it with. So I'm working on it. I have to get a new one. They're trying to transfer my data over right now. So I'm trying to get that out. But
You
yeah.
made multiple dishes.
Yeah. We did salmon and we did chicken. Two very nice dishes. They were really good.
Okay. And somebody would like for you to get a video of you trying to put the tuxedo on the cat.
I'll do my best to film it.
Just don't hurt the cat.
No, I
if
would
it
never
starts
hurt
to
her.
get to a part where like the cat's just not going to do it, we'll find a stand-in cat.
Absolutely. No, I would never hurt her like that. But no, I think I can get it on her. It looks pretty easy to put on. The whole thing opens up, so I don't think it'll be too hard to get on her. But she's just not going to be happy about it.
Yeah, I got to start doing more matching outfits with Chewy. I have so many matching shirts. This is inspiring me now.
Do you and Chewy ever match?
We've never done it before.
Oh my gosh!
I know. I have so
Get little
many
cowboy outfits. The two of you.
I have a lot of matching outfits.
You and
That'd be a good
Chewy
idea.
in assless chaps with boots.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you want to come over, get a couple drinks in us, and let's just get fucking weird.
I would love. I'd be honored to be
This
on
I
this
wanna see.
project.
We would have a lot of fun doing that.
We would.
actually.
The only thing that sucks is the dog's got to stay sober.
I know.
Poor dog. Can you imagine if
Yeah.
you're a dog and you're around a bunch of drunk adults that are trying to dress you up?
He's used to it.
I'm sure Chewy's not always sober.
That dog is so used to bizarre.
Oh, I bet. No doubt there. Okay, so there you go. Another one. Somebody's thinking maybe Jaybird has psychosis. This email says
Cirrhosis?
psychosis, which is worse than cirrhosis, I think.
Isn't this me? I'm losing my mind.
I guess, yeah. This might be the reason why you're suffering so much with your sleep. All the symptoms described below seem to be in line with what Jaybird's describing. Recently, his speech and hallucinations have gotten worse and worse.
My speech?
He may just be going completely mental. It's from Xavier.
Uh-oh.
What is psychosis? The word psychosis is used to describe conditions that affect the mind where there has been some loss of contact with reality. When someone becomes ill in this way, it's called a psychotic episode. During a period of psychosis, a person's thoughts and perceptions are disturbed, and the individual may have difficulty understanding what is real and what is not. Symptoms of psychosis include delusions, false beliefs, and hallucinations, seeing or hearing things that others do not see or hear. Other symptoms include incoherent or nonsense speech and behavior that is inappropriate for the situation. A person in a psychotic episode may also experience depression, anxiety, sleep problems, social withdrawal, lack of motivation, and difficulty functioning overall. So there you go.
I don't know what this guy's talking about. I feel fine.
I think that you definitely have had some of those symptoms, but as somebody who's watched a family member actually have a psychotic breakdown, you are way far from that.
I don't have psychosis. I think they're sort of being funny. I don't know. They may think I have psychosis.
How about cirrhosis?
That's possible.
Okay. Got this from Brian, who is the president of Direct Hit Firearms Training. He said, in Pompano Beach, he said, I was listening to your show on the active shooter at the mall. It was an active shooter drill that they did at the mall at Wellington Green on Sunday. They had it planned for a while. I guess they do it annually. And go figure.
The timing.
The day after we had 2 mass shootings in America, they have this drill. Now, apparently they might have had some signs up, but people missed it. And there was somebody who's giving their account. They were in the bathroom and they're horrified. They were pop, pop, pop. And there was somebody say, active shooter, active shooter. And I saw some of the photos today, and it looked like, people were just dropping their shit and taking off running.
Oh, my
Food
gosh.
and everything. And it looked like it was messy. Like, I think it was the Sun Sentinel. I saw the photo. I assume they were taking a photo from that actual thing and not an active shooter situation, but I couldn't tell the difference. It looked like when you see cops going through an active shooter situation, there's garbage laying all over the place.
It just looks real.
Yeah, so I would assume I didn't invest fully in the story. It just popped up during the show today, so I didn't have a chance to read it. But it looked like it was from that event, so you couldn't tell the difference.
You just spend $45 on movie theater snacks. This happens. You throw all your shit. Then it's a fake drill. You're probably like, oh my gosh, someone paying for my snacks?
Yeah, he said, they really need to let the public know. He said,
I agree.
I don't want to go to the movies on the night that they're doing the active shooter drill. I just
Fuck
don't.
no.
And if I show up at the movies and I don't know that's going on, that's not cool to me. I'm just there to try to go to the movie.
I'm going to be upset, actually. I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, well, it had kind of come up because somebody else in Texas had said, at a local university, they had done that, and they didn't let the people know, and my daughter was freaking out. She was taking a filing cabinet, trying to barricade herself in the room. And
It's awful.
Yeah, active shooter drills, I get why you need to do them, but you need to do it in a closed course where people know exactly what's going on, and if you need people to act in a certain way, like throw Jaybird in there, be like, hey, act panicked. Like, that guy could nail it. I think you'd be like, I want you to run crazy. Like, you don't know what the hell's going on.
In a fire drill, you don't have to run through a real fire.
Yeah, and they maybe they're thinking, well, we want to, try to react with because you can't predict people. But in this kind of case, you can't have people be guinea pigs.
It's abusive.
So when there's a real active shooter in the back of your mind, go, oh guys, this is probably a drill. You don't think that's going to happen either?
Well, and the issue that people were saying, my students possibly will react thinking it's a real scenario. And yeah, I know, like I have my concealed carry, and if I were there and if I were packing, and I'm like, okay, I'm with my son Cannon in the bathroom. I hear pop, 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 and I hear somebody say active shooter.
If they're coming in there to get you,
my gun's coming out. Like,
you're going
right
to get
away.
them first.
I'm going to be ready. And so if somebody comes around that corner, it looks like they have a gun, I'm firing, because I'm protecting my son. And
any parent would.
Yeah, and I may see a black tip of a weapon, not knowing what's going on, and because I'm not trying. I don't go through that. I'm not. I'm trained. I went through the test. I passed the test. I do live fire and stuff like that. But being in a mentally anguishing situation like that, that's what's kind of crazy about that. I don't know how I'd react. All I know is I'm doing everything possible to protect my son.
Well, just because it's a drill, after the fact, some people are not going to be able to handle all that trauma. That's a big deal.
Sure.
To think your life is going to end, and the end result doesn't, at that point, it's not going to matter for some people.
Yeah. So, they may think it's a real scenario, and you don't know, because then you get somebody who's outside of the exercise that has a gun, an active gun, that is now firing in a situation where you have regular civilians and you've got law enforcement too. Imagine if one of them gets hit. They might return fire.
Right.
I'm all for the drills, but I think I gotta let the people know about it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's got to be very closed. It's got to be a closed school. It's got to be a closed mall. It's got to be a closed down situation, and have barricades and banners outside letting people know that we're doing an active shooter drill to do this. I know this is all kind of new for a lot of people. We're all trying to figure it out. But yeah, it just, after talking about that and hearing it yesterday, Brian said, I tell my students all the time that there is no such things as safe zones anymore. Our churches, schools, theaters, malls, and even in our parks are no longer safe zones as we used to know them. I hope people would pay attention to their surroundings and act accordingly. Have a great day. Feel free to give me a call if you have any more questions. But yeah, I mean, I know just with the church thing, that was something that, we'd brought up. We'd have a small thing we're kind of getting going on Sunday, and that was a big thing we had to address. You have to look at exits. You have to look at all of those kind of things and take it into consideration. And then they said everybody who was, doing the staffing of it, saying just look for anybody that looks suspicious. Let us know, because unfortunately you got copycat people. And then here, since we've had this story, you have what happened yesterday at Rosemary Square. Suits saw it going down. They had somebody who was in like a trench coat, and somebody thought they saw when they bent over, it looked like a tip of a gun and a strap that was holding it on. So, they're keeping people in restaurants and stuff like that. So
it's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's nuts. It really is. So you just hope that somehow we figure it out here in America. So I know a lot of people are talking about it. There's many places you can go to hear it, but just crazy.
A lot of people are fighting about it.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, we all have it'd be nice if everybody just keeps in mind we all have the common goal is to not have innocent people die. So let's start there and try to work our way out. That's got to be the most important thing, is protecting innocent people's lives.
And if you're seeing people fight on social media, just get off social media. Just turn it off. Just don't go on there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go on there.
Yeah,
for that.
don't.
Only thing I'm going on for is Tyler Cameron. Is he going to be the next Bachelor or not?
I cannot talk about The Bachelor. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me.
Eric has a question for us. He said, was wondering if you ever heard of furries and had any opinions on them. That's people who dress up in like mascot costumes and start banging, right?
Bird knows all about this world.
I mean, I've never had sex as a furry, nor have I had sex with a furry. But hey, look, if that's what you're into, I can see that there's probably an appeal there with probably a role-playing.
I ain't judging.
Type of fetish.
Whatever gets you going, man.
You'll need to do a little role-playing yourself.
You've never done a furry?
I've never done a furry. I know you want me to have dressed as Fozzie Bear and fuck some chick like she's Miss Piggy. I know that's what you want.
I'd rather see you as one of Gonzo's chickens taking it, actually.
Okay. Taking it.
Okay. Yeah. Like Gonzo?
Maybe.
Y'all need a little role playing.
Can Gonzo do that to his chicken?
No, but that's the twisted part of it, Kev.
Ooh.
I like Gonzo's one of my favorite.
He is fun.
Mm-hmm. Vanessa said, hey, I'm listening to you guys all the way from Belgrade, Serbia.
Serbia?
After hearing you talking about living life without AC, I'm in the thick of it here in Europe. You're lucky if any houses or stores have AC, and if they do, they don't like using it like we're used to in Florida.
Really?
After going on a road trip in my friend's car over here, I found out the hard way they don't like using the car AC either. It's due to something that happens to their face when exposed to cold air, where part of it freezes up similar to a stroke or Bell's palsy, but it eventually goes away. What? I thought it was some sort of thing your parents told you to save money on the AC bill, but we saw video evidence of it happening to somebody. What? Why would their faces be different? Is it because of the climate that they're in?
That seems weird, though, because, I mean, people are people.
Do I need to Google this?
Wow.
People in Serbia,
crazy.
their faces freeze up if the AC hits them. How cold is this AC?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Who knows? All right. On another note for travel, Kev, please try to make it out to Croatia. We visited the place where they filmed part of Game of Thrones, and it was absolutely breathtaking. They also have beautiful islands that are amazing with clear water in the Adriatic. Okay.
Sounds gorgeous.
It does.
What state are you going to? Aren't you leaving somewhere next week or in 2 weeks? You staying in Florida?
I do. I've got a trip to Orlando, business conference there, and then in September I'm going to Washington, D.C.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
District of Columbia.
So we have a chance to bring back Name That Nut?
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh, it's coming back strong.
I just think you need to retool it a little bit. Add a different layer. Like maybe not do it.
What about if I combine, stick with me for a sec, the leaf blower with Name That Nut, and I just shoot you in the face with nuts, and you have to guess which nut
hit you instead
hits
of
you
tasting it
at a high velocity.
I was going to say, too, I think the leaf blower is good, but I think it needs a new level. I think we got to do something different with it. It's the same bit 4 times, and now I understand what Kevin's talking about when I submit the same shit to him.
This is when you get it all trickles down. It all trickles down. That's what it is.
Yeah, we'll have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you could shoot it. I know one time we tried a slingshot, but that really, that we figured
That's
out.
intense.
That was too much. A frozen Snickers and a slingshot was not a good idea.
You almost killed me.
Yeah.
That really could have.
Oh, I remember the look on
knocked
your
out an
face when I
eyeball.
hit you right in the mouth with that Snickers.
think I turned-
Your eyes rolled in the back of your head. I think I knocked you out.
I mean, you hit me so hard. You frozen Snicker. I think was it right in the middle of the head. Is that where you bullseye?
I mean, frozen Snicker and a slingshot. What could go wrong?
If you would have hit my eyeball, I would have had Snicker eye for the rest of my life.
You might have to try to tell people how you lost your eye.
You got to wear a pirate's patch because of a
They have
Snicker.
frozen Snicker bar.
That would actually kind of be a cool story.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
Okay. Yeah. That's those nuts can go kind of crazy.
Nuts are just like little bullets coming out of a leaf blower.
Yeah, they are. So you'd have to kind of be careful on that.
We did sunflower seeds. That was the ballsiest I got.
Shooting them at them.
Yeah.
Was that in a leaf blower?
It was. So we
Okay.
did mostly like cinnamon sugar. We did like cake sprinkles,
Yeah.
stuff like that. The hardest thing was the sunflower seed.
But then I just wondered, after like the 5th item, is everyone like, all right, okay, we get it. There's sugar in his eye. Oh, Jaybird's screaming. Virginia's taunting. It's loud.
Virginia's having a good time.
It sounds like fucking chaos. Where's Kevin? My
Maybe-
God, bring Kevin back.
Maybe I'm the only one having fun, but it is a lot of fucking fun.
No, it is. I really do have
Virginia's
fun.
having a blast.
I'm just
Jaybird's
loving
in
it.
horrible pain.
I do have fun, but these are just some of the things I
Yeah.
think.
Everybody else who has to use his studio's upset.
Oh, no, I'm like, is it worth it? No.
Don't ever do curry powder. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
It
Oh.
still smells like curry.
Curry. It smelled like curry for like 3 months.
Yeah. That was a tough lesson.
That was a tough lesson for people who also work here.
Don't mess with curry.
Okay. Well, we'll see. What you got next week? Yeah, that'll be some of the fun you get to check out. We'll name that nut. Let me see. Got kind of an update. Remember I was telling you about the iPic studio? They had just opened the one in Delray, like in March.
Yeah.
Is down there, and I think that kind of about bankrupted iPic. They just filed for Chapter 11, I think.
That's a shame.
I know. I love that. Is that the one that's got the sandwiches?
Yeah, they've got a full restaurant. I mean, they really are upscale. They've got one in Boca. Did they just build another one too close to the one they already had in Boca?
I don't know. I think it's like just getting it up and running. I think it costs more. Delray right now is not cheap. Everybody wants to be there, and they built pretty much just like one block or so off the Ave. Might just be one block, the iPic, and maybe it took a little bit long to. So they're pumping all this money into it to try to get it up and going. And I think it just kind of like I think the thing they had in Boca because the iPic they're at Meisner. Is that Meisner? Is that the iPic?
Yep,
Okay,
that's where it is.
Yeah, so they're at Meisner Park. I've been to that one. And that's nice.
I
Lovely.
love that one. I still can think of this grilled cheese. I believe it was the Boca iPic. I took one bite, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is so good. I dipped it in the soup, and I passed out. I fell asleep 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
As I was drinking cocktails before. I was tired. It was Friday.
Yeah.
And the woman that was our waitress
You had a $40 nap.
took my sandwich, and when I woke up, like with 30 minutes left in the movie, the sandwich was gone and the kitchen was closed.
Oh.
And I still think about that sandwich because the next time I went back, it wasn't on the menu.
Oh.
Yes, and I keep chasing that taste. And
Yeah.
it's gone.
It's a ghost to you.
It's a ghost.
yeah.
That's
It
heartbreaking.
is. I still lay in bed thinking about that sandwich. One bite in. Mm-hmm. It was fucking fantastic.
iPic has filed for bankruptcy. They're now trying to either sell the company or put together a reorganization plan. According to their bankruptcy filing, they have debts of $290,860,000 as of May 15th. That seems like a lot of money.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What went wrong?
I think it was Delray, whatever it was, and doing that. And, sometimes that happens where, places are good and then you want to expand. You're like, we're doing so great. You feel like you should. Do you remember the original sports theater? It used to be at City Place.
Yes.
Back in the day. I loved that place. It was one of my favorites. It was a kick-ass sports bar. And still, there's nothing like it.
Nothing.
In South Florida. And I think what happened, what I'd heard, because I couldn't believe I'm like, wait, why are they going out of business? They're doing great here at City Place. I think they had one, then they opened another, and then they tried to open like 3 at once, something like that in North Carolina, and they overextended themselves. And in the time of doing the build out and the money you got to keep pouring into it, and if you got any kind of problems or this and that, they were just not making enough money at the other ones, and the whole thing went bankrupt, and they had to close. They ruined the whole concept.
That sucks.
That's always the risk you take. So it's a risk opening a business, and then we're going great. This is awesome. People are like, you got a franchise. You got to open another one. You're like, okay, I picked number 2 in Delray. And then next thing you know, hello, chapter 11.
I just think Delray was too close to Boca. If you've got one in Boca, why do you need one right next door in Delray?
Well, because if you live in Palm Beach Gardens, it's closer.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's either maybe too close or.
If you're going to build another iPic, build it in Palm Beach Gardens.
I wonder if they were taking sandwiches when people fall asleep.
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't been.
Is
to
that
the
what
iPic
brought
yet.
them down?
I don't know.
Grilled cheese thievery?
The other thing about it too is it just might be that people aren't in that area to go to movies too. I mean that's really kind of the weird thing. I was reading something that was kind of interesting yesterday about Avocado Grill. And they were talking about the West Palm location and the Gardens location, and it's 2 different kind of crowds. And so they kind of treat it differently. Like the one down in West Palm, they love the loud music on Sundays, and people are dancing on the bar and all that stuff. And they tried that at Gardens, and they're like going, yeah, it's too loud in here. Can you please turn it down? So they got rid of all that kind of stuff because the crowd coming in there was older.
It's true. That's good strategy if you can figure that out.
That's the key to South Florida. Just because you have something that works in one location, every little town in South Florida and area is different.
You're right.
So radically different. So you have to have a completely different business model depending upon which town you're launching in. And that was probably it. They probably said, yeah, iPic may work at Meisner, quiet, good place where you go to a movie, and right off Atlantic Avenue in Delray. I mean, that's a drunk fest.
It is. It's all clubs and bars and restaurants.
Yeah.
No one wants to see a movie when they're all hammered up.
Yeah, and I just don't think that you necessarily like. I'm going to battle the traffic and all that kind of stuff. Whatever.
Find a place to park
to go to a movie.
Have you ever gone to a movie hammered? I'll tell you what happens. You fall asleep and someone takes your grilled cheese.
There you go. That's it.
You're lucky that's all that happened to you while you were passed out.
No kidding.
They talk about music festivals, too. That's kind of an iffy proposal. They're bringing back the Okeechobee Music Fest after a 1-year hiatus. The whole Woodstock 50th anniversary thing is completely fizzled and fallen apart. Now they're bringing another one to South Florida. They announced the lineup for the Miami Beach Pop Festival. They're going to have it. It's going to be November 8th. Got to be right there, right close to the, right Miami Beach, close to the ocean. They got Jack Johnson, night 1, the headliner.
Is he going to sing a song that goes like this and goes like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, same song. They got Daddy Yankee and Norwegian DJ Kyga on the second night, and then Chance the Rapper's the third night.
Wow.
I'd like to see Jack Johnson.
Okay. Chance the Rapper might be interesting. Who knows? Yeah, single-day tickets are close to $100, anywhere from $100 to $260, and that's single day. That's the question. Would you pay a minimum of $100 to see Jack Johnson?
Fuck no.
Exactly.
You can shove that right up your bubble toe.
That's where I'm looking
That
at.
is no.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him a great deal, but
I don't like him that much.
Hopefully they announce more, and hopefully, that'll be they'll announce more artists, but it seems like they were going with their headliners first. Like, I would like Jack Johnson at 2 p.m., and then let's build up to something else.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was really kind of digging Jack Johnson. I'm okay with it. It's fine. But to me, Jack Johnson is something you'd listen in the afternoon and have a cocktail. And
I could see him at 3 p.m. at Sunfest.
yeah,
That would totally work.
right. But he's headliner night 1.
he's got a lot of fans, though. He's big.
Okay. Well, hopefully his fans got a lot of money. They're going to need it. We'll see how that one does. First year for the Miami Beach Pop Festival.
I mean, Weezer was kind of expensive.
Weezer's a band I pay for, though.
Yeah, no, I do love Weezer.
They've got a variety of music, and they've cranked out hits for, 30 years?
They've really.
Yeah.
Me and Denny's were talking about that. They've been around for so long.
Yeah.
And they look great too.
That one I get. That one, like, okay, they're a Weezer
You're right.
type level.
I'm comparing Jack Johnson and Weezer, and I should not.
I got a nice email here from Greg. Said, I just wanted to send an appreciation to you guys. I've been a listener since the 95.5 days. Recently, I've been going through a divorce, and while it's a nasty one, and while it's a nasty one at all, it's still the single worst thing I've experienced in my life. I suffer from depression after too many bad decisions, dealing with it the wrong way. and too many chances my wife has had enough and we're separated. I didn't think it was possible to hurt this much, especially when it comes to seeing my little boy, much less. Again, I wanted to thank you guys for being one of the things that gets me away from the stress and the sadness, even if just for a little while. Aww. So there you go. So I appreciate you doing that. I'm glad we can be there for you to do that, Greg. Best, man, to make it through that. I've heard tough
keep your
stories.
head up, man.
Yeah, we're thinking about you.
Teacher in Texas said, hey, I'm reaching out to see if you'd be able to promote a good cause I stumbled upon. It's called the hashtag Clear the List. It's promoting the purchases of items on teacher Amazon wish lists. A country band called the Casey Donahue Band has started a GoFundMe to help clear the list and help buy teachers the supplies they need for their classes. I hate to take away potential donations from Los Moms, but I figured there might be enough good to share with another great cause. Yeah, that is cool. That's something to look into because, yeah, those teachers.
Absolutely.
You know, my mom was one. My wife was one for a while, so I definitely relate to what teachers have to put into it. And it just sucks that they have to spend any of their own money.
And Little Smiles does help, actually. We do. We've taken on some groups of at-risk, low-income kids that weren't going to have any back-to-school supplies, and they put together backpacks and all kinds of stuff. So that's definitely falls under the umbrella helping kids.
And also got an email here. Kevin, I see the attached flyer for a fundraiser this Sunday at the Pirates Well in Royal Palm. Can you touch on this and the story behind it? Yes, it is Eddie's Happy Hour fundraiser. They're taking a $10 donation at the door, raffles prizes. All proceeds go to the Vega family. They got a DJ that's going to be out there, and you can see special guest Kevin Ralston from the KVJ show.
Whoa.
Yeah, big stuff. What that's all about, Kathy, who, if you're watching KVJ TV all the way on the left, she played softball with my daughter in Wellington. My daughter's very first softball team was a Wellington Wild out there, and that's where my daughter first got into softball, and it was a big part of our lives, you know, for what, probably 12 years.
Oh, I remember softball Kev.
Yeah, big time. And, you know, the softball community is like that, you know, they get in there and it becomes a family. And even though, you know, we moved on, we played in West Boynton and we played in Gardens and played in Coral Springs and all different towns. Every place we went, it was like a family. And you really are when you pretty much spend every weekend together because travel softball just does not end. And so her dad, Eddie, passed away last month.
Oh,
and,
no.
Yeah, unexpectedly, I believe. And so they're going to be doing a fundraiser, you know, because she's still trying to go to school in North Florida. And so, you know, just the money is going to go to, like, education of the family and things like that. So, yeah, I said, of course, you know, it's family to me with softball. So I'm going to pop out there. I'm going to have a beer. Probably be there about, like, 3 p.m. I can't stay late because I got another project got to do in Delray, but I will be there for a little while, hopefully, to have
what
a
day
beer
is
with you.
that?
This Sunday. This
Sunday,
coming Sunday.
the
and it's
11th.
The Pirates Well that's out in Royal Palm, not the one, you know,
Gotcha.
in Gardens. So just to let you know, it's going to be going down this weekend. All right. Well, thank you for all the emails, questions, anything you got. Get to us. Mail at kvjshow.com. Enjoy your Tuesday, and we will talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.